Hello and welcome to my video where I'm going to be showing you how to knit the 2x2 twisted rib stitch. I'm going to be demonstrating two different variations, the first being half twisted rib stitch where you're only twisting half the stitches, and the second being the full twisted 2x2 rib stitch where you twist all of the stitches. The difference between this and regular ribbing is that for twisted ribbing you're going to be knitting or purling through the backs of the loops, and this twists the stitches. This results in the columns of ribbing looking neater and more defined. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is cast on a multiple of 4 stitches. I cast on 16 stitches using the long tail cast on, but you could use your favourite method. And then for row 1, we begin by knitting a stitch through the back loop. So unlike with a normal knit stitch, where you would take the right hand needle up through the front of the stitch, instead we're going to be taking it down through the back of the stitch, like so. And then you complete this stitch as you would a normal knit stitch. And then repeat. So take the right hand needle down through the back of the stitch and complete it like a normal knit stitch. Then bring the working yarn between the needles to the front and purl 2 stitches. And then repeat that until the end of the row. So take the working yarn to the back and knit 1 through the back loop, twice, and then bring the working yarn to the front again and purl 2, and so on. Then row 2 begins with 2 knit stitches. So make sure the working yarn is at the back and knit 2. And then we need to bring the working yarn to the front and purl 1 through the back loop. So whereas with a normal purl stitch you would take the right hand needle down through the front of the stitch, we're instead going to take it up through the back of the stitch, like so. And then complete this stitch as you would a normal purl stitch. And then repeat this again. So take the right hand needle up through the back of the stitch, cross it in front, and complete it just like a normal purl stitch. And then just repeat knit 2 and purl 2 through the back loops over and over until the end of the row. So take the working yarn to the back and knit 2, and bring it to the front and purl 1 through the back loop, twice. And just repeat that over and over until the end of the row. Then just repeat those 2 rows as many times as you wish, and you should end up with something a bit like this. You should be able to see that the V-shaped knit stitches on the front are twisted at the base, and this makes the columns of stitches look tighter and more defined. Whereas on the back you'll see that the stitches are not twisted, and that's why this is called the half twisted rib. What I've demonstrated here is the unsymmetrical version of the pattern, but if you want to knit the symmetrical version instead, then please follow this pattern. And here's the pattern if you want to knit this in the round. And now I'm just going to quickly show you how to knit the full twisted 2x2 rib stitch as well. Once again, you need to cast on a multiple of 4 stitches, but this time it's a 1 row pattern repeat and we're going to be twisting all of the stitches. Okay, so what you need to do is knit 1 through the back loop, twice, and then purl 1 through the back loop, twice. And you just repeat that over and over until the end of the row. So knit 2 through the back loops, and purl 2 through the back loops, and so on. And then you just knit this pattern on every row. And the result should look like this. You should be able to see that both the stitches on the front and the back are now twisted. If we compare this to regular 2x2 ribbing, you should be able to see that the regular rib kind of scrunches up on itself, whereas the twisted ribbing lies nice and flat. If you need knitting that's got to be as stretchy as possible and hugs the body, then regular ribbing is probably a better choice. However, the twisted rib is still quite stretchy and just looks a bit neater. And that's it, that's how you knit the twisted 2x2 rib stitch. I hope you found this useful and thank you very much for watching.